back in Firetown again. I continued to have nightmares for the next few days. Francisca wasn't there. The dreams I had were filled with flames. I heard someone's voice. Who was that? Was someone screaming? Was it me? My mom?
The witch is here.
Right now, the witch cannot resist.
The snow is caused by the witch. Then, if we kill the witch...
Kill the witch!
Oh, so much kill. Oh boy. Some strong feelings. It doesn't end. The nightmare doesn't end. Not yesterday, not today. I was sure it would be the same tomorrow and the day after that. I would continue to have this dream, surrounded by dancing fires, by people burning up in flames. That's horrible, night after night. Darn darkness gems. That day I wandered around town aimlessly. I admitted it was quite careless of me, but there was nothing else for me to do. I felt that my heart would continue to become even more depressed if I stayed still. The whereabouts of the last magical stone was unknown. Levon and Levi's plan was also at a standstill. The faction couldn't come to an agreement on their plans, and they weren't able to make contact with Lugus yet. In other words, our hands were tied. On a personal level, I felt both extremes of wanting to see Lugus and refusing to see him. It was because I dreamed of us holding each other and doing things. I thought of something while walking. Maybe Lugus could be over there, at that snowdrop field in the middle of the forest. Lugus was over there alone that day. Maybe there I'd be able to talk to him without worrying about other watchful eyes. The chances of that were probably low, and it wasn't entirely safe even if I did meet him. He might wield his sword at me just like he did then. But still, I might be able to see Lugus. It wasn't that I wanted to see him personally. I needed to see him so that... Yes, it was better to tell him about Levon's plan beforehand. Yes, that was a good reason. I seemed to be making excuses, trying to convince myself. Although I knew that full well, my legs were already walking toward the snowdrop field. Running, more like. I went through the forest as best as my memory served. It was still bright out, so it was unlikely that I would get lost. I could hardly wait to see him, but I didn't know why I felt this way. I saw the forest opening into a vast land covered in white. It wasn't snow. These were snowdrop flowers. Why is this place protected? I mean, snowdrop flowers are like the first flowers you get very early in the spring. So why is this protected? But right now, the flowers weren't what I was looking for. I looked around. Could it be? I saw someone there. Was it him? I completely forgot my sense of caution and moved towards the silhouette. I soon realized that silhouette didn't belong to the person I was looking for. They noticed me approaching and turned to me. It was someone much smaller than me. T? Oh, what a romantic rendezvous. Jed? T? What was T doing here? No, it wasn't strange for her to know this place. Maybe she heard about it from Lugus. From Lugus. This is our special place where he almost killed me. How dare he betray my trust? A slight burning sensation touched my heart. You were all right! Thank goodness! I heard you had gone missing after being pursued. Thank you. What are you doing here, T? To pick these flowers. I was trying to find ones that were especially beautiful. In her hands, I saw a few snowdrop flowers she held gently. Father has appeared quite tired recently, so I wanted to bring these in hopes that it would make him feel better. It was to cheer up her father. What was this girl saying? Did she know what her father did? He murdered Francisca. And she's speaking with a huge smile to someone who was raised by Francisca. This girl probably has zero idea about how any of that played out. I can't believe that I would see you here, Jed. Of course, I won't tell anyone. It'll be a secret between you and me, Jed. Innocent. No, at this level, I would call her ignorant. I was filled with such dark emotions. How was she able to smile like that? As if it had nothing to do with her. Did she think that she was in a place far away from all the bloody incidents? In that case, was she that oblivious to the crimes of her clan? Jed, what are you planning? I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. If you hurt this girl, I swear. My hands, we're gonna throw hands, me and you, Jed. I don't care if you're being controlled by darkness. I am also happy to see you, T. I missed you. Jed, you're happy to see me? The girl's cheeks blushed at my smile and brazen lies. She was easy. No! No, not like this. You might know this already, but I'm caught in a bit of a bad situation. Yes. Oh! I scooped up a lock of her hair. I could tell from its silky smoothness that she cared for it daily. I've never grown out my hair myself. She jumped in surprise and looked up at me. I put my finger on her chin to hold her gaze to mine. My goodness. I slowly moved my face closer to hers. I think I'd have a heart attack if I was T right now. Honestly. Well, I was kind of hoping for a CG because I wanted to see how scary this all was, but I'm so unsettled right now. No, Jed, I need your help. My help? Do you know of the ring Olgar your father always carries with him? A ring? Now that I think of it, he always has one. I want you to bring it to me. But if I do that, Father may be saddened. The jewel on that ring is a bad kind of jewel that can turn people insane. Your father is tired because of that thing. Really? Yes. It's all that jewel's fault. Because of that jewel, we can't meet freely. Jed. I let go of T's chin and stepped away. Damn. Damn, that was stone cold. She looked both sad and scared. I'll be waiting for you at the street near the town square tomorrow night. Oh, wait! Jed! And don't tell anyone about this. I looked straight into T's eyes and tried to say it as gently as possible. Oh, T! T, tell your brother quick. He needs to save you from this crazy yandere Jed. T appeared to hesitate, but she soon nodded and left. That was too easy. Tricking an ignorant girl was nothing. But I highly doubted she would be able to steal the magical stone. If she happened to be successful, all the better. Even if she failed, I doubted that the punishment from the father would be too harsh. Oh yeah, he's only driven insane by a magical jewel. So I'm sure, he won't harm his own family. Oh wait, that didn't exactly work out well for his blood sister, did it, Jed? You put that girl in trouble? I felt a dark sense of satisfaction and wondered what kind of face she would make tomorrow night when she came to see me. I couldn't wait. I don't like this Jed. She's scary. Oh no, are we T now? Or are we Lucas? I don't know. Father has left his room. He always takes his bath at this hour. If he's bathing, then... He wouldn't bathe with the ring on, right? All right. I managed to sneak in. The things you do for love. Where does he keep it? If I don't hurry, Father will return. Oh, is this a jewelry box? It must be inside. It's not here. Oh no.
What are you doing?
Uh-oh. Ah! Father?
I asked you, what are you doing?
I'm sorry. Father? Why is your face so stern? He had bloodshot eyes. Murderous, like some kind of beast. No, this wasn't the father I knew. No! Oh no, are you putting your hand on your sword? Oh no!
Are you going to betray me too?
Huh?
Just like that woman. Are you too?
That woman? Oh, I assume Francisca. How did Francisca betray you? Father drew his sword. What does he intend on doing with that? Please, don't. I was only trying to search for the jewel. I wanted to deliver the jewel that turned my father to him. Shut up, flowchart completion at 50% achievement. This is not the time for a happy padoop. Oh god, please tell me she didn't get killed. I will cry. I will literally mourn. Please tell me Lucas, like, intercepted or something. Please tell me somebody intercepted that slash. Please, 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 please. Oh, T, I can't believe I care about you this much, but please be okay. Oh, I'm scared. The whole day seemed to pass by quickly. Time tended to pass slowly when there was something to look forward to, but it was the opposite this time. I hid myself along the street much earlier than when I promised to meet T. I wondered how she would look. She might not even come, but that would be fine too. If that girl who thought she was just an innocent bystander saw that insane side of her father, all the better. I know Jed is influenced by the Dark Jewel, but it's taking everything in my willpower to not be like, if you think she's an innocent bystander, then you're also as guilty as she is for Francisca's crimes, Jed, so don't even start. The sun set and the fog began to hinder my vision. If you were used to it, you could still walk around at this hour, but I didn't know about T. If she still didn't come after a while... I heard footsteps. Very faint footsteps that could be drowned out by the slightest sound. They moved ever so slowly to me, one step at a time. Why? Why was she walking so slowly? Something was wrong. I peeked out from my hiding place to look at the source of the footsteps. It was T. She was far away, but I could see her. There were 3 lines drawn from T's footsteps. I knew what the first 2 were. They were her tracks in the snow. What was the last line? It was red. A bright red color that seemed unworldly. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. What did I do to her? What did I make T do? T! I ran at full speed to her. Oh, Jed. Upon seeing me, T collapsed into my arms. I could feel her drenched in blood. Nobody intercepted it, no! Her shoulder was slashed deeply. Okay, we can patch you up. We can fix this. The left half of her cute outfit was soaked in blood. I couldn't think. I had no time to think. She needed to get treated. I needed to take this girl in my arms somewhere safe immediately. Oh, thank goodness. Yes, hurry! Get all the things quickly!
Hurry! Boil some water!
Lawrence was treating the wounds with a serious face. It wasn't just Lawrence. Elric and Levi were also helping. Even Levi, even though he goes like crazy at the sight of blood? Damn. I stood idly and watched the unraveling of what I had caused. Why did I say that? Why did I think that? I was disgusted at my foolishness and feared the emotions that resided in me. Olgar had gone insane. He didn't hesitate to kill his own sister. His family. And yet I did that to T. Lawrence barked out orders to the others in front of me, but my ears heard nothing. It was as if thick snow had blocked all traces of sound from me. And yet, a voice that shouldn't have existed came through. A whisper from a voice that shouldn't be here spoke to me. Is that you, Francisca?
Who cares what happens to this girl?
Francisca's voice. No, Francisca wouldn't say that. Are you sure? Maybe you didn't know. The real Francisca could have.
You think so too. That's why you encouraged her to do that.
Shut up!
You took advantage of the pure love this small girl had for your own despicable desires.
Shut up!
Well, are you happy now? You got what you wanted. This once pure girl now has an ugly scar that will never disappear.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! I ran out of the church in an attempt to flee the voices and the sight before me. Where are you going? Anywhere. I want to disappear. I don't deserve to be here when I have such ugly feelings. Well, the only silver lining I can see from this whole thing, assuming hopefully T survives, is that Lucas may join us now that his father turned on his sister. That's the only silver lining. I ran and ran and ran. I continued to run from something I couldn't escape. I soon slipped and fell on my face. Ah! It didn't hurt. Had my sensations dulled so much I couldn't feel pain? No, the many snowdrop flowers cushioned my fall. Yesterday, I found T here at the snowdrop field. Why did I come here of all places? I laughed at myself. I lay on my back to face the sky. It was snowing. There was so much snow you couldn't see the sky. There would be a large pile of snow again tomorrow. Doesn't gather here, though. Maybe I should bury myself here. If I disappeared under the snow, I could vanish in peace. Are you going to end it all here? That wasn't my imagination. He was standing above, looking down on me. Why was he here? Did he know about what happened with T? Oh, most definitely. He's watching you, after all. There was no point in questioning it when it came to this man. It hurts. Why? It feels like I'm not myself anymore. In a surprising turn of events, this man appeared to think for a second. The people around you are like you, more or less. And that has caused you to be arrogant. No, Could I really deny that? I took advantage of T's feelings for me. I was always dependent on Lawrence and Elric, too. Levon, even Levi.
To put it simply, you became full of yourself, and it caused you to hurt someone who likes you without a second thought.
Those words hit me hard. He turned my regrets into words and clarified the foolish actions I took.
But that is a normal emotion.
That's not true. This feeling can't be normal.
You will be happy when people like you, sad if they hate you. You don't think that's normal?
But I did that to T.
It's not a pure white emotion, but it's not a completely dark one either. It's the gray kind of emotion that is caught between the dualism of good and evil. I hold dear humans who have that.
Tears overflowed. Those dark emotions inside me came out as tears, one drop at a time. It soon turned into a stream, and I couldn't stop it. I was crying out loud before I knew it. Why was I crying? Crying won't give me forgiveness. Crying won't wash away these ugly emotions. Hugh was right there, so I didn't want him to see me crying like a child. And yet I couldn't stop. Hugh remained silent and sat next to me. He stayed there until I stopped crying. Thanks, Hugh. Appreciate you. I didn't know how much time had passed. How much time did I need until the tears dried? As if he were waiting for that, Hugh finally opened his mouth. 2 butterflies, eh?
Have you ever heard of the story of the 2 butterflies that tried to survive winter?
Butterflies?
Yes, butterflies who were lovers. The 2 butterflies were trying to survive a winter together, but one of them died.
What happened to the other one?
It survived until the spring in solitude. It waited until the flowers bloomed again so that it could bring about new life. And it ends there.
Huh?
Once it brought about life, that butterfly also died in solitude. The end. Well, the author did spin this one to be a sad story. Was that the best for the butterfly? I wonder if it was satisfied. What do you think?
I didn't know. I thought it was a sad story, but that was the way of nature. Butterflies gave birth to more, died, and the cycle repeated. Why would Hugh tell me this? Repeating cycles, maybe?
It seems you still don't understand.
He pointed at my chest and continues on.
When your spring blooms in your heart, who would be the one to take residence there?
My spring?
You should think long and hard until the day you must make your decision, red-eyed witch. No, I suppose it's more accurate to call you a red-eyed girl.
Hugh left these incomprehensible words behind as he departed. Are you saying I gotta pick somebody to smooch? What are you saying, mysterious boy? I look up at the sky again. The snowfall had lightened. At this rate, there wouldn't be too thick of a layer. I wouldn't be able to get buried by this. Drat. All the unnecessary things in my heart seemed to have flowed out along with my tears. I had to face whatever was left inside. And for that, I knew the first thing I had to do. I needed to see T.
Where the hell were you?
You just up and disappeared and never came back!
Puh!
Right after I returned to the church, everyone scolded me. They were in the right. I ran off without telling them anything, after all. How's T? I went and asked Lawrence, who was apart from the group. I was prepared for the worst.
She'll live. For now.
Those words brought me relief and worry at the same time. Live. T is alive, but... What is it, Lawrence? Lawrence seemed to make a silent signal for me to follow him, so I did. The church wasn't very big. We arrived at the destination in no time. This was the open room that Levi and I weren't using. T was asleep here. T! I ran up to her and called her name. Oh, she looks so precious in her little night dress. Stop. I'm gonna cry again. Her eyes were open and she wasn't asleep. Her gaze appeared hollow, looking into nothing. Lawrence, what happened to her?
She must have been shocked. She's been that way this whole time.
No. I turned back to T to hold her hand. No reaction. She was always filled with so much emotion, and that old T was nowhere in sight. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Apologizing wouldn't allow me to be forgiven. Apologizing wouldn't bring anything back. But right now, all I could do was apologize. I've lied to you, T, all this time. I'm not a man. I'm a woman. And yet, T... There was something I could finally think about how the person being tricked would feel. Levon and Levi both laughed it off and forgave me, so I was never troubled by it. But T? The tears that I thought had dried dripped onto T's hand. T? T's hand twitched. It was so slight, but I knew for sure it did. Lawrence! She just...
Yes, I know. But let's stop for today. She needs some rest.
That's right. T just survived a grave injury. Her mind and body were completely fatigued. We also need to get her brother here ASAP. I reluctantly let go of her hand and placed it back on the bed. Lawrence, I need to ask for a favor.
What's the matter?
I want to nurse T back to health. I want to see her smile like she did before.
Is that supposed to be some sort of atonement?
I don't know, but...
All right. I'll leave her to you.
I mean, it's the least we can do, considering we put her in that situation. Morning arrived after what seemed to be a long night. I was by T's side the whole time. Good morning, T. T looked at me. She was responding to my words. That was all there was to it, but it made me so happy. She had recovered so much from yesterday. I noticed something as I talked to her. Are you hungry? Do you want me to bring you something? Aww. Not now? I guess so. You just woke up after all. Tell me if you feel like eating. I'll get anything you like. Tea? She was responsive to me. Her brows furrowed and she moved her neck. Her mouth also quivered. Yet she didn't speak. You can't talk? She looked down sadly. T seemed to have lost her ability to speak. Her throat shouldn't have been injured, so it might have been a mental thing. It was my fault that she lost her voice. Another fact weighed heavily on me. But now was not the time for me to feel down. I was in no position to be depressed about this. It was my fault this happened, so it was on me to fix it. The people residing at the church all came to visit T, one after the other. Lawrence came to force her to eat so she could recover faster. Elric came with Rabbit to kill some time, according to him. Elric. Rabbit hopped on top of T's head without hesitation. Although she looked slightly troubled, it seemed that she was smiling. Good job, Rabbit. The biggest response was when Levi visited.
Let the ship sail.
Hey, can you wake up now? Don't look at me like that. I'm one of the guys that helped bandage you up. It feels weird when you're so quiet. I hope you get well soon.
Oh, hold on. I ran after Levi and exited the room with him.
Sir? What's up?
Well, T knew about you, right? She didn't look happy to see you.
Right. Even though she's injured, she's still kind of annoying that way.
She didn't react when she saw me, but she did with you.
She might have forgotten about you.
Lawrence? Lawrence was on his way over, and he jumped into the conversation.
How could she forget about Jad?
She can't help it. After all I've done to her.
It's not that she forgot about Jed. This is just an assumption of mine, but maybe she wants to forget about being attacked by her father. And also Jed, who was the cause of that.
How is that even possible?
The minds of people can do convenient things like that.
Why, how many more crossovers with Taisho Alice do we have to have now with, like, the total trauma, selective amnesia thing? Like, what? Why? How does this keep happening?
To protect themselves, they can forget exactly what they want to. They can also rewrite their own memories.
His words were oddly convincing. T did forget about me, but I deserved it. I didn't have the right or the time to feel down about it. All I could do now was to help her make a full recovery, including her memory.
Hey, you here?
I heard Lavon's voice at the entrance.
Lavon!
I wondered what was wrong. He usually didn't come out in broad daylight. Standing there wondering wasn't going to help either of us figure out why he'd come. Lawrence ran off to greet him, and they soon came back together.
Sorry for being so sudden.
No, we don't mind.
I got word of some information that bothered me. I can't vouch for how true it is, but I thought you might know something.
Stop beating around the bush.
I heard T was murdered by Olgar.
She wasn't murdered! I denied it strongly. It offended me to hear that. T was alive right now. Lavon didn't look surprised. He just appeared to understand.
I'm glad I came here then. Tell me more. Why did you attack T? Silence. She went and picked flowers for you. Why can't you understand her kindness toward you? Silence. The sounds of the flames. Father! Extinguish the fireplace this instant!
Yes! Is Francisca also haunting you, Olgar?
Have you lost all of your humanity? This is grating to my ears. Even if I must invoke the power of the state and be detested as a pawn of misgovernment, I've done everything for the people's sake. That's why Now all we do is steal wealth and murder them like the tyrants we are. I sense no humanity from you after you have murdered your very own daughter. You are nothing but a crazed beast. A beast, you say? That is correct. We are all beasts. Everyone who resides in this town is a beast. What are you saying? Everyone simply has forgotten the true form of this town. I will not allow anything to be taken from me. I will be on the side to do the talking. And this is all to grant the one wish I seek. The Kaleidovia has caused you to go mad. There is no turning back. All who interfere must be killed. My daughter, and you, are no exception, Lucas.